Richey keeping you company, and I am joined by somebody that is a familiar face to a lot of our listeners. She's been here in this very studio before, but now through the magic of the interweb, she's somewhere. PAIGE King Johnson joins me. Hey, PAIGE.
It's good to see you, Lee. I'm glad to be back. I wish I could be there with you. I think the last time I was there was snow on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And it was not very pleasant, but I wish I could be there.
I think we have a few days to go before there's snow on the ground. I hope it's longer than that, but I think I'm trying to remember. Maybe was it "Water Down the Whiskey"? Was that the song that you were up here talking about last time?
Yeah, which seems like 3 lives ago.
I know, right? Well, I'm excited to talk to you because coming out October 15th, you've got a brand new single, "Baby Don't."
Yes, I'm so excited.
It's a great song. I've been digging it here, and we'll sneak a little bit of it into this interview so folks can hear it, and we'll talk about that. Where are you now? Are you in Nashville? Are you in one of the Carolinas? Are you?
I'm in North Carolina at the moment.
Okay.
This past year has just been crazy, and thankfully, I've been able to get back on the road and play shows, and I've been doing a lot of stuff back in my home state of North Carolina. So I'm currently here now. I'm headed back to Nashville in a couple of weeks. So it's constantly on the go. 24.
You know what's funny? I went to PaigeKingJohnson.com, which is the official website, and I looked at the tour tab.
Yeah.
I expected to see nothing because that's the norm right now. But man, you are loaded up. You've got a lot of shows coming up.
I do. I mean, this whole year, thankfully, I've been blessed to be able to get back on the road and see people and get to some new places and play some new shows. So it's been weird to try to figure out what the new norm is and how to interact with fans, but obviously interact with them. And so it's been crazy, but I'm so grateful because being on the road and being able to see people and play music live for people is my favorite part of this job. And so last year really got me down for a little while.
Oh, I'm sure.
So anytime anybody was like, "Yeah, we'll have you come in," I'm like, "Okay, let me know what time to be there," and I'm there.
Let me ask you this, though, because people get excited and they want to come up and talk to you, and, diehards want to come up and give you a big hug. How do you handle that?
It's like you have to beat them to it first. So you're like, "Hey."
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
You're always you have to read the room too. Right. If it's somebody that you know and you know that they might be a little put off if you didn't hug them, then you just turn your head the other way and hug them.
Yeah. Wow. What a world, huh? What a world. Talk about "Baby Don't." Like I said, you sent me a copy and I've been listening to it and I'm loving it. It's a great song.
Thank you. Yeah. So "Baby Don't" is my first single that I have never been a writer on that I'm putting out.
Oh, okay.
And I love writing songs. It is one of my other favorite parts of my job.
Sure. Yeah, I know.
The past 2 singles that I put out, I was grateful to be a writer on. And this song kind of fell into my lap. I've been working with one of my heroes in country music, Miss Pam Tillis, over the past year or so, doing stuff on my own.
We love Pammy. She's great.
She's a sweetheart. And so I've been working with her over the past year, just she started out being the director of the video for my last single, Just Like You. And it just kind of flourished into a friendship and a mentorship, and I love her to death. And so we were talking this past summer just about, what was next for me or whatever. And she's like, "Well, if you're in the market for some songs, I can, ask some people about and, just see what they have." And so she sent me this song and I immediately texted her. I was like, "Pam, this is the song." And then she was like, "Well, you'll never guess who the songwriters are on this song." And my biggest hero in the songwriting world is Lori McKenna, and she was one of the writers on this song. And so I was like, this is just a God thing, and I have to do it. And so we took this song into the studio, and I fell in love with it even more. And it's just a fun song to play live, and to just be able to sing. It's a little bit different than what my other stuff has been, but it's been really fun to kind of like delve into this side of myself as an artist.
Before we talk any more about it, let's play a little clip of it and let folks hear what we're talking about here. This is the brand new single from Paige King Johnson. It's coming out on October 15th. It's called Baby Don't.
Don't, baby, don't pull the cork from the bottle if you don't wanna talk, wanna kiss, wanna find out, baby, what it is. What's going on in this room? All the chemistry between me and you. Baby, don't let me linger any longer if you don't want me to fall like a domino, like a sunset sinking down in Mexico, like a drop of rain when the thunder rolls, like a cowboy riding in a rodeo. Baby, don't.
My guest is Paige King Johnson. You just heard a little bit of her upcoming single to be released October 15th. It's called Baby Don't. And you said Laurie McKenna was one of the writers on that. Now, I kind of know a little bit about the way all this works, you know, that if there's artists can put holds on songs, right? Which means, you know, don't touch, I guess, you know, and Laurie McKenna is kind of a very well-known writer. So I got to imagine a lot of people heard this. How was it available? I mean, it was just like,
I have no clue, and I ask myself this daily because not only was it Laurie McKenna, but it was also Liz Rose. Who,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Wrote with Taylor Swift all the time whenever she was getting her start, and then Hillary Lindsey, who was just like another powerhouse writer.
Wow. Yeah.
And so whenever I got this, I was like, "Damn, there's no way that this that they approved that they would let me record this." She's like, "No, they sent it. They thought that your voice would be perfect for it." I was like, okay.
How cool. Good for you. You go, girl.
So it's just been a whole blessing, and I'm just excited for everybody to hear it and, you know, be able to put their own story to it and, you know, jam out to it in their car.
Exactly. That's what it's all about, especially these days. It's like it's solo enjoyment. You know, it's like you just isolate yourself, turn up the music and jam out. Well, it's a great song. And I got to imagine, you know, when it comes out on October 15th, it'll be available for folks to go and get a copy or download it, things like that.
Absolutely.
We're talking to Paige King Johnson about the brand new single that she's got. It's a great song. It's and I was trying to think, because your style is you're one of those people that has a very distinct Southern accent. That's one of the things I've always loved about you, and it kind of comes through in the way you sing too, I think. Have you heard that before? Or yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. People are like, yeah, whenever I hear your voice, I know it's you.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a good thing. I mean, that's what we're all striving for. We have our own voice as artists and songwriters as well, too. And so I think I pride myself on my country accent all the time. So I'm always grateful when people tell me that.
Yeah, it's a very good thing. I mean, you know, there's so many artists. And I don't know, I've noticed, and you probably have too, that for a female country artist, things are getting a lot better than they used to be.
Yes, praise God, they are.
Yeah, right. So you don't want to blend in with the pack. You want to have something that's a little distinct like that.
Absolutely. There's a lot of pretty brown-headed girls out there. Thank the Lord. I'm glad there's plenty of space for them now. But so, yeah, you got to do something. So I guess it's my accent, right?
It's the accent. We're talking to a pretty brown-headed girl, Paige King Johnson, with an accent and a brand new single, Baby Don't. And you're going to be hearing a lot of that down the road. And you said you're working on some things for another project down the road eventually.
Yes, absolutely. There's always, I spent most of last year whenever I wasn't out on the road writing.
Oh, sure.
And some of my favorite songs and what I think are some of my best songs and the most me songs came out of that. And so we definitely have a lot more coming.
Yeah, that's what the whole pandemic thing. I mean, every artist I've talked to, you know, yeah, it's a bummer, you know, to not be able to play live, but I had this silver lining, this time to be like super creative, you know, and really polish some things and get some cool things going.
Absolutely. I think I was looking back on it, and I think from like beginning of April in 2020 to April of 2021, I think I finished like 85 songs.
Get out of town.
Insane, because whenever I'm out on the road, I don't have that much time to write. I mean, right now I'm like maybe doing a write every week, averaging out to be that much. And
Sure.
that's good. That's doing good. And so, for me to have written that many songs last year, it's like, okay, I weeded out a lot of the bad stuff, but we got some good stuff out of it too.
Well, you got to figure with 85 songs, there's got to be some that are a little subpar, but there's also got to be some really killer stuff in there too, as well.
You get the top 5% out of it. So,
so what's down the road other than more shows, more recording, and just kind of promoting the new single?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's full force into that. I have, a lot of stuff surrounding Baby Don't and everything with that, and hopefully more to come. And there is a music video for it as well coming. And so we're planning all of that stuff. And then crazy enough, we're already getting ready for the holidays. So
oh my gosh, I know.
Where did the whole year go? I don't know.
Well, we invite you back up here. Next time you get up to New York, we'd love to have you stop by. Always a pleasure. I know last time you played for us in the studio, and that was a real treat.
I love it. I do hope so. I mean, I love traveling and being on the road and getting to meet people just like you. And so it hurt my heart last year not being able to do that. So I'm praying that, the end of this year and next year will bring a whole lot more of that again.
Awesome. Well, good luck with the single. Again, it's called Baby Don't. Paige King Johnson is our guest. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. I know we tried to make this work last time and then we had to reschedule, but always a pleasure to talk to you. And it's very exciting whenever you've got new music out as well.
Oh, well, I always appreciate y'all. Love my New York family. And hopefully I can get up there and see you again soon.
Doors always open. Paige King Johnson. The single is Baby Don't.